You ever read something or watch something or hear something, and in the story, there's like the good guy and the bad guy. And as the story goes on, you're like, what did the bad guy do wrong? You ever have that where like, you don't know what's wrong with the bad guy? And at first, he seems like the bad guy is a regular guy, is a good guy. The more you think about it, the more you realize that the bad guy really, subtly, is bad. You ever have that where it takes a while to get it? And once you get it, like the lesson opens up? That's this week's Torah portion. We got a bad guy who doesn't seem so bad. There's a man named Bilam. Bilam was a prophet. We know him as a bad guy. We don't know what he did that was bad. One of the kings sees the Jews coming close and wants to fight them, but realizes that he can't fight them with sticks and with stones and with swords. The Jews are winning every war. So what he does is he says, I got an idea. I'm going to go to a man named Bilam. Bilam was the prophet of the other nations. We had Moses, they had Bilam. And I'm going to play him. I'm going to fight fire with fire. The Jews are all hooked up spiritually. I'm going to a guy who hooked me up spiritually. That's the story. Balak, this king, sends officers, money to Bilam, this prophet, and says, come to my country and curse the Jews for me. And you know what Bilam says? Let me ask God. Really? He goes to bed. God says no. He gets up and goes, God said no. That sounds awesome. That's an awesome thing to do. They come back with more guys, more money. He goes, let me ask God. Goes to bed. And this goes on and on. Finally, he goes to bed again. He goes, can I go? God goes, go and go. Listen to me. He goes, okay. Starts going. There's an angel on the road. The donkey sees it. He doesn't see it. Every time he stops, every time he hits a wall, it seems like he's constantly saying like whatever God says. And ultimately, he's the bad guy. Why? I want to talk to you about two types of people. Most people in the world, they see the world and they think they know what's good. They know what they need. They know the way life is supposed to be. Especially when you're younger, it's much more. I'm going to be this, and then this, and this, and this, and this. As you get older, I'm going to have here, then I'm going to have there, and this is going to work out, and that's going to work out. Most people look at the world and they think that they know their future. They know their path. And they turn to God, and God's role in their life is to hook them up. God needs things, we need things. God needs prayers and foods and stuff and rituals. We need to get what we need to get down our roads. And if God hooks me up, we're good. God stops hooking me up, we got a problem. Then there are other types of people. They don't really know where they're going. They want good. They want to grow. They want to change. They're willing to do anything, but they're open. They're the people at the party when someone comes up to them that they don't know who they are, or they're not looking for the next person to talk to. They're there. Someone's in front of me right now, I'm all in. When they have that kid that's going slower than the rest of the kids, they're not like, well, come on, I got to catch up. They're focused on that kid. When the world closes or opens, they're not bemoaning their faith. They're just rolling with it. They're the people that they allow the journey to open before them. They don't force it. They don't turn to God and go, where are you? You're supposed to be behind me. They turn to God and they go, where are you? I'm looking for you in front of me. Subtle. Totally different. This week's portion, we've got two different approaches. Moses is a guy walking around as a shepherd. God shows up and goes, you're taking my people out. And Moses goes, after going back, Moses goes, you got it. And gives his whole life to where God sends him. This week we meet another man named Bilam. Seems like a good guy, right? Keeps asking, I want to go. God goes, fine, go. God sends him a no after a no after a no after a no after a no, and he just won't. He won't hear it. He won't listen. And after a while, God goes, if you want to go so badly, just go. The lesson, seems like not a bad guy, the lesson of this portion is it's subtle, but it's critical. Do we think we know the future? Do we think we know what's good for us? Or do we allow ourselves to trust that God has a little bit of a plan? Every time do I hit a wall, do I worry about how come I'm not already past it? Or do I open my eyes and go, maybe I need to be going in a new direction? When we drag God along with us, we don't end up in places that we want to be. But when we start to listen to his messages, what does he need of us? Where does he want me to go? We end up not only walking with him, we end up following him. And it is through those moments that we really become the people that we can be and have the lives that we can have.